Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode where I'm your host, Jimmy Bisharat. Last month, I flew to Omaha, Nebraska to watch history happen. It was the 60th annual Berkshire Hathaway Shareholder meeting and the final one with Warren Buffett as CEO. If you care about wealth, mindset, or leadership, this was an absolute masterclass. And today, I'm going to be breaking down the key takeaways that every investor, athlete, and entrepreneur should know. So let's dive in. Buffett said something that really hit hard. He mentioned that the volatility at the start of the year, he said, that's nothing. He reminded us that Berkshire Hathaway dropped 50% 3 times, and not once was anything fundamentally wrong. Volatility isn't a crisis, it's a test. If every dip feels like a derailment to your financial plan, then your portfolio might be built on the wrong foundation. The goal isn't to dodge volatility, it's to be prepared for it. That's why our athletes and high earners work with us. We build portfolios that match mindset, not just markets. Moving on, Buffett also shared his take on the stock versus real estate debate. He said there's more opportunity in the US stock market than there is in real estate. Why? Flexibility, access, scale. Real estate has its place, but if you want to grow real wealth long term, owning a diversified slice of the greatest companies in the world is really hard to beat. Buffett then reflected on his views of the global trade and leadership. He claimed that trade should not be a weapon. He emphasized how collaboration, not threats, drives progress. And he warned against provoking nuclear powers, especially when unstable or envious leaders are the ones who hold the trigger. It was a subtle but serious reminder. What we build only lasts if we protect it wisely. And that applies to nations and to your net worth. When asked about spending, Buffett said that he would not want the job of controlling government expenses, but it's a job that needs to be done. He even joked about the new agency, DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency. The truth, accountability matters at every level, whether you're running a country, a company, or your own career. Now, taking it back to how Buffett began the Q&A, he started off by saying that Tim Cook made Berkshire Hathaway more money than he ever did. He said Apple is the only earnings call that he listens to. That's not just praise, it's a lesson. Invest in great leadership, not just great products. Now, one theme that kept coming up time and time throughout the day was the fact that your circle defines your outcomes. Who you take advice from, who you surround yourself with, who holds you accountable. Character compounds just like capital, so choose wisely. Warren Buffett democratized investing. He brought high-quality management to the masses. At Gerber Kawasaki, we're carrying that torch. We're bringing full-scale financial planning to people who have never had access to that before. If you're an athlete, an entrepreneur, or someone who wants a team in your corner, it starts with a conversation. Be sure to reach out if you have any questions at all.